Well, tonight, if you get out on the roads, it's important to stay weather aware and take extra precautions as those storms pop up.
That's right. Brianna Fallon is live in our weather impact interceptor with more on road conditions. Brianna, how do things look where you are?
You know, things look very different than they looked at 4 o'clock when we were in Norfolk. We're now in Virginia Beach, not too far from the courthouse, and there is a very different picture outside. I just want you guys to actually take a look. You can just see how much rain is kind of coming down, and honestly, this picture doesn't do justice to what we're kind of seeing here. But we've heard a lot of thunder, we've seen the lightning, and again, as you can kind of see, the roads, they are starting to really pile up with some water here, and you know, right about now is when that afternoon commute is starting up, so it's very important to stay weather aware and to take precautions if you're going to be out on the road. Deep pools of water, a possible result of flash flooding, which is why during a severe weather threat, it's important to take extra precautions while driving on the road.
Making sure that my tires are filled up, just small things like that, slowing down the following distance behind people.
Shaquille Hernandez says he makes sure to drive carefully during storms, leaving extra space between his truck and the car in front of him, and never driving into standing water.
Yeah, I kind of just assume that it's really deep and I don't want my truck to flood.
Experts say that's exactly what you should do. Assume the water is deep and turn around.
So we're really just recommending against driving through that standing water because, again, you don't know how deep it is. I mean, if a sinkhole opens up like we saw in Norfolk the other week, you just never know what is lying there underneath the water.
Ryan Adcock with AAA says another important measure you can take while you're on the road during heavy rain is to take your time. Make sure you're driving slowly with your headlights on.
During the afternoon rush hour, people don't necessarily think about making sure that their headlights are on because it's daylight outside, but making yourself visible in the rain, especially if you have a darker or more neutral colored vehicle that tends to blend into the gray background.
If conditions get too dangerous and if you do not feel comfortable driving, Adcock says you can pull over to the side of the road. But if possible, he suggests finding a nearby parking lot to wait out the storm. And again, you can still see that rain coming down right now as people are out on the roads driving slowly, carefully, because again, that water is really starting to pile up. So again, like Adcock said, just make sure if you're going to be out on the roads, just really take your time, go slowly. And if you see any flash flooding, just turn around. Don't try to go through it. Live in Virginia Beach, Brianna Fallon, 13 News Now.
All right, Brianna, thank you so much. We're going to check back in with you a little bit later on in the newscast. And again, like she said, if you see that standing water out there, don't chance it. Turn around, find another way to get home.